Hello, welcome. My name is Julie. I'm SylverStitches here on Instagram and YouTube. Here on Instagram, here on YouTube. It is what it is. It is 11 o'clock at night. I most likely will not be posting this to YouTube until tomorrow morning, so you get me at my finest. My cats are driving me absolutely nuts. This is the fourth time that I've tried to film this, and if they do, we're rolling with it because come on now. So, this is a channel about cross stitch and a little bit about crochet. I've recently picked it up, so it's not perfect, but it's a work in progress for sure. So I'm going to share with you something that I finished not too long ago, but I still have had a lot of viewer increased numbers. So subscriptions, thank you. I finished this, I can't tell you when, sometime in December though, so it's not that old of a finish. So Let It Snow. Yeah, that's all I can tell you. I know it was a freebie, so if you look it up, you'll find it. I wasn't really planning on showing this. It was just the first thing on my finish pile. So I don't know any of the details because I can't recall any of them right now. All I know is that these are not any of the colors. And that's all I can say. So there we go. Hopefully this will be coming through not backwards, but we'll see how that goes. In my head, by the time this video is ending, or if I see, like during editing, I'll post who it was by down here somewhere because, you know, why not? Just in case you want to go find it, because I know that a lot of the southern United States is going through some kind of ice, snow, apocalypse kind of situation. So I'm hoping everybody is doing their best at recovering from that. Wow, did you hear that? Like 2 cats running right for each other. Hey, anyway, so that was my one finish from 21, no, not my one finish from 2020, but one of my finishes from 2020. I chose to do it in green and red, and then blue and light blue snowflakes, although, yeah, still not coming to me, but it will, and if it doesn't, then I'll put, you know, just like what I just said. Alrighty, so I did have 2 finishes in January since I last, is it January? Not January. I did have 2 finishes within the last 2 weeks that I haven't been talking to you, that I haven't seen you. One of them is cross stitch and one of them is crochet. So the first one is a cross stitch piece from this book. I did not show it to you last time, only because I didn't have it in front of me. It was across the room, but I did bring it for today. So it is from the Better Homes and Gardens 4 Seasons Cross Stitch book. This book was from 1990, I think. So it definitely had the late 80s, early 90s feel. Yes, copyright 1990. So a lot of the colors were called for. I was explaining on one of the Facebook groups that I belong to, and on Instagram, that the red border is not called for. So I cannot tell a lie, the cat did it. Still freshly off the hoop because it wasn't really my intent to film right now, but James is sleeping and I'm going to show you something for him. So it was the best time. So not that it would have been ironed anyway, because I don't do that. So okay, so this is called The Cat Did It. Yeah, and it's out of this book. So it's just on Ada. I use DMC. Those are two common elements that you're going to find throughout the whole situation. Although there is one piece that I am doing it on even weave and fancy floss, but you'll see in a few minutes. So that is that. Sorry. And then I have a book to tell you about that I'm reading, but that's at the end. Kind of coincides with one of the Facebook groups, but not really because it's the next series. It is what it is. We're jumping ahead. My next finish is a crochet finish, like I said. So I started this project out not knowing really what I was doing. I knew that they all needed to be equal, and I get that, but it didn't turn out that way. So here is I'm calling it my infinity scarf, even though it's small. I decided that I just wanted to try out different techniques, different stitches. So every color change, it seems to be, I had a different stitch. My favorite so far, sorry about the, is this one. I'm pretty sure it's like a double or triple crochet something or other. I'm not quite sure. Don't know the names of anything. I am using this one, this color. If you can see, that was pretty fun as well. I don't really know what I did for any of them, so I can't really tell you. I'm not really, I don't know. It was my work project. I did it at work when I was able to just sit and, do a couple rows here, do a couple rows there. So as you can see, my stitching gauge, my tension, my whatever, got a little bit flustered in right here. I don't know what happened, but the, whatever you want to call it, was off. I don't care. I told people on Facebook that it's going to go around my neck. It's going to be under a jacket. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter at all. Only because it's just a flash of color underneath your black jacket, right? So, ta-da! So my jacket, the inside of my jacket is actually this color. So I figured when I picked up the skein of the cake, the thing of yarn, that I would like to try and tell you about. Oh, it's right here. It's in my work bag, but my work bag has all work stuff in it. Okay, so it is Yarn Inspirations Caron Skinny Cakes. And the colorway is Sugared Oob. I feel like that wants to be like is that, maybe, is that, anyway, I feel like they missed the C for the cube, but what do I know? It is, and this is the rest of the information on it, because I don't really know anything, so there we are. Ta-da! Anyway, that's what I used. It's super soft. Not super soft, but soft enough. I have not finished it or blocked it, even though I don't know what blocking is. If somebody is watching this and can tell me how to and or block it, if it's too late, if it's not too late, just, I don't really want to go just on Google and just look up blocking for crochet, because this is more fun. This is more fun. So, there we go. That was my finish number 2. Even though it wasn't cross stitch, it was crochet. I was working on a variety of different things throughout January. I chose, if you didn't see my last video, I chose to do only half of, focus on half my whips, works in progress, this year that I had started, because I had 64 or 65 different whips, different projects on the go, different works in progress, and I felt it was too overwhelming. It was too, I can't get anything done on any of them, so I was almost ready to just give up on everything and call it another year of, you know, nothing. So I didn't want that to happen this year. I fell off the WhipGo wagon, the WhipGo board. I fell off in February, but because I reevaluated all of my pieces, I just, before I filmed this, made a new WhipGo board. Sorry, you know when a cat does something and they're not supposed to do something, and then you catch them doing something and they look completely innocent, completely like, I don't know what that was, that wasn't me. Okay, here we go. No worries. So I did have a new start since I last spoke to you. I think that was 2 weeks ago, and it was this. It is from, I'm gonna have to put all the information right here because I cannot, and I'm filming on where my pattern is, of course. Of course, it's a shop off of Etsy. It's called Charmander Evolution, so Pokemon. Started it for James, and I'm going to take it out of the Q-Stamp, but I have to frog out, so I have to take out, if you don't know what frogging is, I have to take out some of the stitches that are already there from a previous project that I decided not to do. So within all of my projects from before, I chose the ones that I really wasn't going to get back to and borrowed their fabric for new starts, even though, yeah, so I was just, maybe I won't even be able to show you. Yeah, there we go. Don't even need to see the old stuff. So I did work on this today as well for a little bit, but here is my start. As you can see, Charmander, he's just got to get colored in now. You know, it is what it is. It's 14 count Ada. It's on, yeah, white 14 count Ada, and it's just DMC. Told you, it was a common theme. That's what happens. Because that is what, that is what is mostly in my area of the world. I'm not really a, online shopper, so I depend heavily on places where I can just go and pick it up. Anyway, needless to say, I don't know what my hair wants to do, so that's what the back, behind the ear, and the front of the ear, and one, and anyway, alright, so that is that. I'm going to put it in its secret special bag so that if James happens to wake up during this, he will not see it, because he does not know about it. It is going to be an anniversary present for July. It's made it onto my WhipGo board, but I'm planning on working on it anyway, just so that it gets finished, just in case it doesn't come up before July. So, this is done, this is done, this is done. Okay, we'll put it there. I wanted this to be a little bit better. I wanted to rotate my phone this way, but it didn't want to rotate, so there we go. You're just on, anyways. It is what it is. So Jessie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff, yep, on Instagram. She started a WhipGo board idea last year. I tried last year too, and it didn't work out, and then I stopped stitching, and then all badness happened. So not badness, just cross-stitching badness, right? Like, I just stopped doing it, so therefore it's bad. But I do have 2 things from that for March plans. I am also planning on doing March Mayhem, or March Madness or whatever you want to call it. I am part of a group on Facebook called March Mayhem Stitchers. Maybe that's what it is. Anyways, and I know that there are other Facebook groups doing kind of the same kind of idea, but I'm not part of them, so I might put some of these. I have 7 new, not new. I have 7 things that are going to go on in March, plus 1 new start for my birthday if I'm able to get all the stuff that I need. But that's not for another 3 weeks, so I don't know what's going to happen there. But let's start with the... Did I tell you it was 11 o'clock at night? So now it's like 11:15 and I need sleep, and I just felt like I needed to talk to everybody, so that's why I'm here. So the 2 pieces that got called for with Go, or is this one? Well, it's this one. My peppermint purple sal is currently it is not here. Anyways, I'm just going to insert, this is one of my sorry, one of my Whip Go pieces. I just threw it on there just because I want to be able to finish all of the borders, so that I'm glad it came up in March. So I'm going to insert a picture here. I think it's in the folders over there, but I don't want to pause again and disrupt the world and call it a day. So yes, insert a picture of here of my peppermint purple sal. I am using 2 different shades of blue. I'm thinking of just for that space, and then another space, like, I don't know, it might just all be one color. We'll see if I can, I don't know. I was thinking about switching it up, but I'm kind of liking the blue and blue, so we'll see how that goes. The other thing for my Whip Go board is Butterfly Fuchsia. So this is a Mill Hill kit. You won't see many more of these because I am not a Mill Hill girl. I've had 3 other Mill Hills that I've attempted, and anyways, they are no longer happening. I don't want to say that. They are currently, I'm not working in it this year pile. So yeah, we'll say it that way because that sounds much nicer until I've decided that it's a full UFO. Okay, so there we go. Here we are. This is where it is. So my plan for Whip Go is for March is to finish the rest of the butterfly. This whole thing is full coverage, as you could see on the upside down chart, because there's beads in here and I didn't want them to spill out. So as you can see, this whole thing, sorry about the glare, this whole thing is full coverage. So yeah, so my goal for Whip Go is to just finish the butterfly. I will work on the beading and the background of it later on. I just want to be able to get that beautiful, beautiful butterfly finished. I picked it up at my local needlework store or needlework shop, which is really just a yarn store, but they also have a tiny corner of the store dedicated to cross stitch, so thank goodness. But yeah, so my LNS, my local needlework store or shop, depending on what you want to say. And of course, I can't get it back in the package because Mill Hill packages. I understand, designers. I get it. Cost effectiveness. These these packages. Okay, good enough. These kind of packages, these zippy, you know, not Ziploc packages, are more cost efficient. Welcome Simon to the table. He's decided to come join us. So In reality, he's probably saying it's time for bed, but here's my little boy. Stepping all over my things. You say hi to the people. Oh my goodness, you're adorable right now. Okay, you want to lie down with me? I can make you a spot, but don't step on my stuff though. Alright, so yeah, there we go. So those are my 2 Whip Go projects. To finish the outline, the boxes on my Peppermint Purple Style 2021 and the Butterfly Fuchsia, I just want to finish the butterfly. The next thing I chose for this month was, I just spun my wheel, chose 5 other things, so I'm going to be working on 7 different projects, 8 if you include the surprise for James, but I might add that to the list then. But so here we go. Enough of the rambling. How is your week going? What have you been up to since the last time I saw you? Anything exciting? This does not have... Okay, I'm going to insert a picture here. This was my new start for an ornament sal in 2021, so in January. I put it down for February because I was just not having it. It's Believe in Santa by Glendon Place. So I'm gonna show you, and then I'll tell you what the situation with this one is and why I decided to put it away for a month instead of just work on it until it was finished. So I don't have a fancy board. I got nothing today. Okay, we'll just continue using this guy. Okay, so here he is. He looks great, right? It's gonna, as you saw in the picture, it's going to say, when you stop believing in Santa, all you get is underwear, or something. Anyway, so his body is this side of his body. This side of his body is too wide, so that's why he has 3 on here and 2 on there. Stitches widthness. What else is wrong with him? His arms are different because they're not counted properly. My middle name for cross stitch should be inconsistent counter or something. I don't know. So my hope and my goal for this piece is to be able to finish it, because I just have the ivy left, or the little the holly. The holly goes all the way around him, the words, and his hat, and I think that's it. There's not any back stitching, so that's good. And he's not in any of the called for colors, but it is all DMC. So I created this color by using, I think it was 500 and ecru, because I wanted it to be fun, but I didn't want it to be whatever. I didn't want it to be like a metallic or anything, but I feel like it needed to be a little bit more you know that exciting exuberantness. Yeah. Exciting exuberantness. That's what it was. I did have another work in progress that I did in the 2 weeks that I just forgot about, so we're going to take a backtrack. I restarted Flock's Box by Ink Circles. If you want this pattern, it is out of Cross Stitch and Needlework, May 2012. So I'm presuming before Ink Circles, so Tracy Horner, went digital, more digital than she already is. She was in Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. Anyways, no facts, just theories. So here we go. I started at the bottom. Again, I'm using a reusable piece of fabric that I'm not going to be stitching on. So I started this piece at the bottom only because I didn't start in the middle. If you recall, the last project that I started, the last flox box that I started in the middle, but I did not count enough to make it high enough and low enough, and so this time I have lots of fabric to go tall. So hopefully, I know that I'm going to make it side to side as well. So I will show you the floss that I'm using. It is a Variegated Dmc. I originally got it to start the fill in the background of Enchanting Dragonfly by Doreen Jones, but it was not the called for variegated, so I'm going to, if you saw my last video, I'm going to frog or take that all out, so and restart in the proper color. But here is my start on Floxbox. It's interesting. I didn't know if I was going to like it, the variegation, because there are a lot of browns and yellows in it, like the tan and the brown, and I didn't know if I wanted to. Anyway, we'll see. I think it's going to be okay. So I tried to look for the tag for this because, of course, I did not write it on the bobbin, but I'll show you what it looks like all wound up. Yeah, no, I did not. So, so it's got the purples and the blues and brown and yellow. And now I'll show you this. That starts doing worse of ness. Okay, hold on. There. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see how it turns out. It should be exciting. I wanted to use this floss for something, because this thread for something, because otherwise I wasn't going to use it. So I figured on a monochromatic piece that I was going to display. I'm thinking I'm going to finish and, you know, hang everything up in my house, but who knows, right? Who knows? Not sure. So that was just something else that I worked on. I'm going to be putting that away now because it's not on my list, but the next one is Nora Corbett. I also picked up something else in, I also picked up Savannah's Curtsy again in the 2-week span that I was off for, that I was not filming for. I got I got the gray section done that I was working on. So I will show that to you next time, because I don't plan on working on her, but you never know, because this is only a guideline. It's not a forever set in stone thing that I'm learning this year, because nothing in this entire system of the world right now is a set in stone situation. Flying by the seat of my pants most days. All right, so wow. Okay, so here is Buttercup by Nora Corbett. Pattern is fine, don't worry. Nothing happened to the chart. Just to the outside part, to the envelope. So I am doing her on a piece of 14 count. I think it's platinum. I think it might be 14. Oh, it's not. 16 or 18 count maybe. Piece of platinum. I showed her last time, but I totally showed her upside down, because all of these things, all of these little flower petals, yes, go this way, because they all hang down. So there's that. That's how far I've gotten. So what I've been doing is I've been working on block by block, going around and around and around until her dress is done. Otherwise I think I might get lost. So yeah, there we go. That's that. That is Nora Corbett. and Buttercup. I picked her up in the same LNS in 2016 maybe, so she's old. I don't know if she's... Hold on. What, please? Does it say? It should say somewhere, right? I thought, oh, 2013. Well, the chart's from 2013, but anyway. Okay, well, the chart didn't really make it, but it made it not, it's not part of anything. It did get a little bit of the cat, but not, the actual chart is fine. So I guess I can color on that now since it's ruined anyway, right? Not that I'm going to do that. No. Oh, so I made a working copy of Savannah's Curtsy only because I've folded that chart so many times that I feel like it's going to break apart soon, so I didn't want to do that. Nope. Alright, so done. Little band sampler. The little band sampler is from freebie from Susan Ache. A-C-H-E. Sorry. She does, it's supposed to be in Aurifil, although who knows where to get that. So here I am. This is where I am. My goal for this is to finish this band. Just to finish this one band that goes across here. That's all. But here are my two birds that are still not speaking to each other, although I don't know if those middle birds will change. No, they're not going to change. But in the design, it's going to look like this. Pause, please. Okay. Sorry about my thumb. Okay, so yes, it's going to look like this. Little Band Sampler by Susan Ache. Would you say? Sorry, that was Simon. I have my phone plugged in. He moved it. Simons of the world. Okay, so he will never show his face willingly on camera, I don't think. But, and here comes Lexus, but I don't think she will either. So, all right, so there we go. That's what it is. So this is obviously none of the called for colors because all of the called for colors are Aurifil. Nope, no idea. No idea at all. Don't know where to get it. Don't know where to order it from. Nada. Zippo. The next one is also for James. It's going to look like this when it's done. Interesting. Sorry. On my last video that I filmed, it also was longer. So it also said, you know, apparently, I guess it said that you're not going to, like, it stopped the film and then it started a new clip and whatever. But I didn't see it come up last time. And so I was just, like, trying to read it sideways because my phone's flipped in. Is what it is. So, Pokeballs. This is what it's going to look like. They're just the four standard ones. These are all of the colors that I have on me right now. I kind of wanted it to be in the called for, only because, come on now. So, here we go. So here I am. This is where it's at. So I want to get a finish on it. This is using Pattern Keeper, so it is going fairly quickly. Yeah. The other, the Charmander's Evolution is also on Pattern Keeper. I got it to load onto Pattern Keeper, so yippee! So I will put all the information in here, who it's by. It's also Etsy. I don't remember at this point right now, but it's all on my phone that I'm filming on. So, to be not so organized, welcome to Julie's life. So I'm just keeping it in a, so where I bought the masks that we're currently using, I'm just using that bag because, you know, why not? It's got a zippy thing at the top. So there we go. And it wants to zip the needle because apparently I kept the needle in there. So that's awesome. Awesome possum. Ta-da. And then I think I was trying not to pause because on my last video that I paused, it got like the words, like what I was saying versus what you're hearing were off center and off kilter, but I'm sorry if that happened again during that brief span of time, but this is the real world, people. Okay, so, and apparently I just really needed a drink of water and that's why I paused. Here we go, my last one that I'm going to talk about today, and then I'm going to talk about my current crochet project and the book that I'm reading because I'm not very far into it, but I really like it. So, here we go. So, back this up again to cross stitch again, sort of a little bit longer. Praiseworthy Stitches. Simple Gifts Christmas. Also found at my LNS. I don't order anything really online to be shipped to me because, you know, COVID. But this is what we're doing. I am hearing James, so, and I think he knows that I'm filming because he can kind of hear me, but not really, so no worries. This one is in a 32 count Picture This Plus fabric by Fog. I can't tell you. I know it's not linen. Lugana, maybe? No, I have no idea. No clue. Don't even remember. That's okay. So, here I am. My goal for this is to be done a page finish since it's not, so my last time I worked on it, I finished this motif since I think you last saw it, and then I started this guy right here. So he's a little bit big. He's only half done right now, so, yep, half done. He will also expand onto the next page, I think. So I don't know if I'm going to cut it off like I did for these guys, or if I'm just going to continue. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But here I am. It's 2/2. I am using Weeks Indian Summer. So Weeks Indian Summer. So it's dark and light variegation. It's really coming in far more red than the darker burgundy that it normally is. And then Whiskey by Weeks Dye Works. So I really like that one. I really like the other one too. And then Moss by Gentle Art. Ugh. Sorry, that fell on the floor. I'm not really quite sure why I wrapped. So I'm almost done the skein. So this called for like 3 skeins of like 30 yards, right? So like called for 6 skeins. And each skein is, I don't know, whatever, however long it is, right? So, doesn't even say. Anyway, I ordered, they come in 5 whatever skeins, right? So I got 10, so I got double the amount, but I used one of them on like a full skein on Merry Christmas, I think it was called, by Liz Matthews. It was a freebie around Christmas time, and I did it on an 11 count Ada. I'll show it to you next time because it's right over there. Right over there. I'm not pausing again, people. Alright, so yes, Picture This Plus, Fog, 32 count. So yes, 2/2, absolutely loving it still. Although I do need to wear the readers because I can't. Well, I can. It's easier. It's easier with the readers, right? Right. How many times can one person say right? And the bag is also on the floor. So I'm going to put this all over here. Get the bag later. It might get chewed. I'll get it now. Okay. The things that run through my head. Is anything exciting going on? I already asked that. What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you listening to? I don't tend to listen to anything. I tend to read, or watch FlossTube, or just watch. I just started actually watching New Amsterdam. Oh my goodness. It's like House and like I don't even know what mixed together. Like it's fantastic. I'm only on episode like 3 or 4, so it's not as if I'm fully invested yet, but I'm almost there. Alright, so that is it for cross stitch. I will show you this so that I don't get it falling off the where I am. So since I finished that cowl, that thing, that infinity scarf thing, I started this. So it's counted way better because I can't do it. I have even ends. See, look. Ta-da! Look at that. Way better. I know I'm only started, but like, look at that. They're all equal. Yippee. So here I go. I'm making a blanket. Not a person blanket. It's going to be a cat blanket. Primarily for Charlotte because she is currently the one that does not have, I have not made her a blanket yet. I used to finger crochet until I realized how much I liked to use the crochet hook. So there's that. I don't know how big to make it necessarily. So I just, in my head, this is the size of her crate. So that's how wide it is. And so that's, and I'm just gonna, I don't know, make it a square, make it a somewhat longer rectangle till I feel like it's done. I don't know, have no plan, no pattern, just that. Last thing, man, my cats like to chew on things. So this book is The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. It is the series after the Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which is what the group, the Magical Stitches and Literature, I don't know if that's the real name of it, but are reading this year and focusing on for their challenges. So this series, this is book 1, but this series is called The Heroes of Olympus. So yeah, I'm only that far in, but it's going pretty quick. It is a young adult fantasy series. There's hold on. Does it say? It should say, right? It's part of a series. It came out in 2010. Lightning Thief. So I read all of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Oh, they're on the back. Kane, Heroes of Olympus. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. There's 5 in this series as well. So when I finished Percy Jackson, I went right back to chapters and got the next 5 books. Although now that I'm looking at this, I feel like the Kane Chronicles came in between. But that's okay. This is the one that I found. No worries. I don't No. Anyway, so those were only 3 books, apparently. But either way, but yes, highly recommend. There's characters that are new, and then there's characters that are from the old series, so they're both in here. So it's great. I'm going to wrap it up there. I think 45 minutes. That's long enough for me today. I'm going to edit this, put it up on FlossTube tomorrow, because I think it is time for bed. So I will say have a good night, have a good day, have a good stitching time. Sparkle and shine. Hope everybody's doing as well as they can be, and I will talk to everybody later. Bye, guys.